could keep my dog on. You see what I'm saying? This the kind of stuff I gotta do right here. I can't even feel the there. I can't even all I gotta do is open up the thing. So we can, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, like,
I feel like I'm in the bat cave. I gotta open up the blinds them now.
But I'm just saying, like, does the broadcast sneak up on you every Thursday? Like, why you be leaving?
But I was just sitting here looking at it like, yo, why it looks so? And then I seen the thing.
I think this is a thing. This is a thing. You just like getting up. Like,
nah, I don't like getting up
off the edge. You want me to go over the edge.
Yo.
Like this, let's press his buttons. Like, let's just be still until we start and then get up. That's what we do. Just mess with Dave's head today. I better stop before people think I really actually be getting tweaked about silly stuff like that. I don't care. It was a joke.
You see, Dave love to give me trouble.
Yeah.
Let me get back to the thing. So
last week, Quest. So last week, we had a little different situation last week, right? But anyway, like last week, it was a little bit late, and Nikki was like inboxing me. It's like, where you at? Like, and I was like, oh man, here we are. Yeah,
we here now.
We here. Frenchie's up in there. Dwight Hines, what up? Thank you for the congratulations.
Cause I gotta share.
Of course, share and share alike.
Share and share alike.
Alike. You can share, liking. Yeah. Click like and share it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in Walmart listening. In Walmart.
Oh, that's what's up. It's dope when they in Walmart.
It's interesting too, because she's picking the video joint to listen, like, and not the audio. Ain't that something? So she got to join in the trolley.
That's dope.
That's dope. Not trolley. What do you call it again?
The shopping
cart.
You're so you full. Yeah, you gone in deep. You're gone in deep, P.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So for those of you joining us for the very first time, that is Quest. And this is me. I'm Dave. Or
me.
That is... Look, wait, let me pause. I need to pause. Now, how Nikki gonna say cart? Like, how's she gonna type cart? Like, she know it's cart and she don't say trolley. That's because you don't know her like that. Because you don't know her like that. Like, she's straight from here with like she and Junior went over there for the dream and they got it. Now it's cart. Welcome to trolley.
Of course, the trolley is something that you ride in. Ride in shopping.
Somebody riding it.
Yeah.
She has 3 children riding in it right this second at this moment.
Shit. Okay. Shit.
Okay. Back to my original. For those of you joining us for the very first time, that is Quest, and I am Dave, or I am Dave, and that is Quest. And this is the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. You are seeing behind the scenes until or unless we sound like we know what we're talking about. It will be bare foolishness. And once we do, that means we are live to the world, not just on Facebook, YouTube, and whatever else we're on, but to the audio world as well. iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and some old folks. So just give us a second, and it'll be time to celebrate some stuff up in here.
Celebrate.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for Quest to finish sharing and doing what is necessary to make it the best.
Yes, and, indeed.
We'll get underway. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. All right, my mic is tuned up. I should have probably put on a button-up shirt, Quest. How you got me in here, like, looking like?
I just put on a shirt, B. I just grabbed the polo and put it on. Yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody who's celebrating with us, man. Like, for real, we wouldn't be able to do this without all the dope listeners that we have, man.
Yeah, like, because we would be kind of like mad people. Like, you don't talk to yourself. Like, mad people talk to themselves, not regular people.
Yeah. Mud people. What is going on with the live on? Are you seeing it good on your side? It looks kind of crazy on
mine. On what? On Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah, man. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook looking at it.
Good.
Watch this.
It might just be me then. I need to refresh the page because it's looking kind of crazy.
I'm dropping stuff in here. I'm a plus. But yeah, let's really freak them out, Quest. I'm gonna freak them out, Quest.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. Huh? So those of you think we're wasting time, if you just started, we're just waiting for some technology things to pan out. And I'm not gonna share the audio on that. And
please don't.
I'm gonna just do that. See, look at that, Quest. Look, we are started. We're just waiting for some technology things to. Oh, it still is playing out. Okay, so I'll stop now. Look at that.
No, just mute it. All you gotta do is mute it.
Nah, not when you sharing. I was sharing my iPad screen.
Yeah.
And you gotta plug it in to do it. So it was like, whatever. You're gonna listen to this audio.
Listen to this audio.
You want to get all fancy and slick.
Aura, we got one more. Hold on. Aura, yeah. It's coming. All right. Yep. I love it. Hold on.
Dwight want the secrets, Quest. What outlets you guys using to go live on multiple screens?
Yeah.
It's in your lower right-hand corner, my man. Zoom. I mean, we have other technology, but that's the one we're using to make it as simple as possible. Yeah. I got Mimo Live, I got Wirecast, but the computer doesn't like all that right this second, so we're just using Zoom.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
I just put something over the camera just because I felt like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready, dude. Let's get.
You ready? Okay.
Let's get them.
All right. Well, quiet on the set then. No doubt. Quiet on the set. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. Quiet on the set.
Let's get them.
All right. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? It's your boy Quest, and I am in a centennial kind of mood today. You already know what it is. It's your boy Quest. Where's that coming from, D?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not on the 100 day. Let it be on any day but the 100 day. You know what I'm saying? As I was saying, it's your boy Quest, your host with the most, alongside my man, my mellow, my man, L. David Harris.
Get on the mic.
NMC.
What up, Quest?
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
Yeah, man. I wish I had, like, you know what I'm saying, my flag right now, so I could just wave it back and forth.
Because the class is in session.
No doubt it is.
What up?
And not only is it, we should have some cake. You know what I'm saying? I know you're in the gym and all, but we should have had some cake and soda. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate. Oh, yeah. No,
well, why we can't have something other than cake and soda?
Ting.
Okay.
Ting.
Right. That sounds like a race thing. Like, why I gotta be ting? Why it can't be like Schweppes? Why I gotta be ting?
I don't want Schweppes. I want ting. Yes, indeed, y'all. Shout out to all the listeners, man. Today,
Quest.
our 100th episode. Actually, it's not even our 100th episode, really and truly, D. Really, today is 101.
101.
We wanted to officially get past 100 episodes so we can celebrate on the 101st day. Yeah,
That's right.
101 completed and behind us, man.
Yeah.
And before I do go any further, I just want to thank D, like all of our listeners.
Yeah, man.
We got some people who've been rocking with us from day one and consistently week after week after week.
True,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Frenchie, Foundation,
Nikki,
Mr. Cole Davis, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, it's been them people right there. It's been a number of people who just been rocking with the fam since day one. And are we, where we want to be in terms of the podcast? Nope. But we are definitely on the right path, moving in the right direction. And I believe, man, that bigger things are on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? 100 episodes is a major milestone for me, man. And I am thanking so many of our listeners, all the listeners on iHeart who listen to us while we do it live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of those people, man. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. If I was thinking, I would have queued up like the first episode. Like I might do it. Like I might do it while we on. Like the first joint. When we discovered what our name was going to be.
Yep.
Right? Because we were in the middle of I was like, yo, Quest, let's do it live. He was like, all right, let's go live. And in the middle of it, it was like, wait a minute. I know we know what we're gonna call it. Right. And then, from the so what we first started talking about in 2013 finally popped.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So God is good, man.
Yep. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'm glad about it. So yeah, man, a couple of things coming up. All my Chicago listeners, for real, spread the word. Rated R Chicago is coming up on June 29th, and it is not restricted in terms of like a rated R movie. No, the R stands for relationships. So in essence, it's rated relationships.
Beautiful.
We are going to sit down and have a adult engaging conversation around the topic love, relationships, and marriage. Really and truly, D, I promise you, there are a lot of people who jumping past steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having oops babies, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Bringing children into dysfunction. There's some entering into relationship who, like, for real, the relationship that you in, you probably don't need to be in. And if you enter into marriage, it gets even worse. So really and truly, we created this, you know what I'm saying, this event, this dialogue, so that we can start having some healthy conversations around the topic of love and relationships, what communication means, what commitment means, what relationship really means, man. Start seeing in this part of the vineyard, knock the divorce rate down a little bit.
Word. That's a beautiful thing, man. Because like somebody called me and was like, yo, y'all need to have, a telephone thing.
Yep.
Because people are doing exactly what you said. And I said, well, as a matter of fact, my man already got that. So yeah, there's a lot of need and, a lot of ways to try to, do our best to address the needs. Absolutely. We need each other, man. Real talk. You can't just,
I'm just saying, E's mom used to say all the time, D, she used to say, if you hang around 8 or 9 broke people, you're bound to be the 10th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I have to believe that because we are products of our environment, that the inverse is true. If you hang around 9 progressive people, if you're a married couple and you hang around 9 happy married couples, right? You're bound to be the 10th, because there's something that happens when you're in an environment or good company of people. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So yeah, man, if y'all want to be in the building, Rated R Chicago, go to www.eventbrite.com, change the location to Chicago, Illinois, and put in the search Rated R, and it will pop up. Get your tickets now. It's an intimate event, so seats are limited.
Wonderful, man. Wonderful, man.
Yep. So let me go on and shout out our hold up though. D's.
Yeah.
Well, let me do this first, and then we can get into our stuff for the day. So this I want to just shout out real quick our listener for the day. If that's yeah.
Yeah. You get a shout out.
Yeah. Yep. So our listener of the day is none other than Isaiah Avondale Advantage. And he says,
Word.
No matter what spectrum you fall in your marital status, this podcast is straight fire.
Word.
Quest and Dave tackle every area of relationships with genuine and practical advice. This podcast ain't for suckers, only for those looking for an upgrade. Shouts out to Isaiah Avondale Advantage. And if you want to become a listener of the week, we're trying to get these listener reviews up. Do us a favor. Stop by your podcast app in your iPhone, or if you have the ability to do so on iHeartRadio. Stop by the podcast app, man. Leave us a review. We definitely would appreciate and hearing from you, and you too can become a listener of the week.
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. So let me go ahead and shout out Breathe University real quick. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful, man. Let me tell you something. You want to grow, that, like, for real, there are organizations out here that will, for real, assist you in any way, shape, or form that you want to grow. I just happen to be familiar with Breathe University. So if you want to grow from an entrepreneurial standpoint, Take Control is going on right now. As a matter of fact, this weekend, St. Louis,
nice.
Take Control Entrepreneurship Conference is taking place, run by E.T., CJ, the mogul, Josh Hatch. So yeah, go and check that out. If you want to grow in your marriage, I'm very biased to the marriage side.
I know somebody.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I know a couple of people. So if you want to grow in your marriage, that's there. If you want personal development, no matter what you need in the area of growth, I promise you Breathe University has it for you. If you want more information, go by breatheuniversity.com. If you want tickets to Take Control this weekend happening in St. Louis, go by etinspires.com/events.
Good stuff, man. Well, this program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage with more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today we are recommending, during this celebration of 100 episodes, The 7 Levels of Intimacy by Matthew Kelly. The 7 Levels of Intimacy by Matthew Kelly. And he teaches us in practical and unforgettable ways how to know these things about ourselves and how to share ourselves more deeply with people we love. This book will change the way you approach your relationships.
Come on.
Forever.
Come on.
Yeah, man. 7 Levels of Intimacy. Matthew Kelly, go get it.
I love it.
Get it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what's up, D? On this 100th episode of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast program, what's the topic of the day?
Hold up, yo, Quest. Can I just share this? Can I share this with you in a second? Can I show you? I'm gonna share something with you in this. I'm gonna share. I pulled up something on my iPad.
Oh, come on.
I pulled up something on my iPad. This is where we.
Let's get it.
This is where we were. This is where we were a long time ago, right?
Let's get it.
I'm gonna play the audio and then I'm gonna pull that video up.
But I'm just like, yo, I can't believe that my man is still on the couch talking, like, for real.
He needed to know that something was up. And when I talk about Quest with Simone and Josiah, look at this. My little big dude. There's this. I'm not saying anybody needs to try to implement this, so don't sue me if y'all do this and you get locked up. I'm not saying you should do this. This is where we were. The Bible, in the Old Testament, there was a man and a woman, right? They were married, right? They had a son, right? And the son was older now. And the son, for whatever reason, decided that he didn't want to listen. Yeah. And it was to the point where they were like, we can't do nothing with him. They had carried him to the elders. And they were like, take him out and stone him. Since he don't believe in the command to honor their parents. they dealt with it when people had an unrepentance issue. So we're trying to avoid that to where the police and the government has to take care of our children. So there you go. We just do what's appropriate to correct our children.
Wow. What a mighty long way.
A lot mighty. I was wearing kufis every week.
I'm just saying, like, for real. We came on. Look, the background is different. I'm in my new spot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, because that started, you know, like I said, the start of the journey. You know what I'm saying? The word declares that, you know, don't despise humble beginnings. You know,
true indeed.
I ain't mad.
True indeed. Yeah. All right. Well, this is what we're talking about today, Quest. Counting the cost. Oh. Penny pinching don't make no sense with a Z. Counting the cost. Yeah. Penny pinching don't make no sense. Yeah, yes, I'm a writer, and I said don't make no. Yeah, don't, because it don't make no sense, Quest.
No, I'm just saying. Here's the crux, and I know we'll go into detail, but here's the crux of the situation. There are husbands and there are wives who are takers.
Oh. Okay.
And when you a taker, you get what takers get. Like, like for real.
Okay.
You get alienated after a while. Like, for real. If you really want to, I mean, the biblical principle is so dope, because what biblical principle says, because a lot of the times when we use the text, we always usually use it when we're talking about money. You know what I'm saying? And it is talking about money, but not only money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Give, and it shall be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over with good measure. Right? Yes. One biblical principle. Another principle, it is more blessed to give than it is to receive.
Okay.
Straight up. And
that was clear.
Not only do you talk about, or do we talk about that when we're talking about money, it works in marriage as well. Like, a lot of us want returns on something that we never invested in. As a matter of fact, for some of you right now, if your marriage was an ATM, you got tons of NSF fees right now.
Pause.
Yeah, that's a good place to pause. So you could just marinate on that right now. If your marriage was an ATM, you got NSFs all over the place. In other words, let me just make it, I know it's common sense, but from what we're looking at nowadays, common sense ain't too common.
Ain't too common.
So you know that at a bank, you are only able to take out of an ATM what you have in the account, right? So you got money in the account. And what some of us have done in past times is that you spent over what you had in the account. So your black done turned into red, right? You in the red. And with that, you get NSF fees. Some banks are charging $15 and $25, some $30.
$35 every time. If you try to get a dollar out that you ain't got, they're going to bang you for $35.
I'm just saying. So what it is, that same principle is happening in marriages right now. You are not getting from your spouse what you think you should get. And it's because that you have made more withdrawals than you have made deposits.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. You didn't warn me, Quest. Like, you didn't. So I'm not saying this for a fact. Like, you didn't warn me. I didn't know we were just going to go like straight and drop it from like the first sentence.
I'm just saying, like for real, D, it's some husbands right now. Your wife clean the house every day. She cook. You eat good. You getting good loving. And her birthday come around and you forget her birthday. The anniversary come around and you forget. You ain't cutting the lawn. You're not taking out the garbage. You're not speaking her love language, but she's speaking your love language all day. It's some wives taking their husbands for granted. He take the kids when you need them to, and when you don't need them to, he take them. Right? He sets baths for you. You know what I'm saying? You need you got a honey-do list. He running right through the honey-do list like it ain't no problem. He getting everything done for you. Yet still, you are not pouring into him physically. You are not giving the things that he needs in order to continue to maintain. In other words, you got my man. If my man was a car, you got him running on an empty tank.
If he's a car, he be in the impound yard.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. 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 So I guess, I mean, when you think about it, they say, what do they say? Penny wise, pound foolish, or penny wise and pound foolish. I think that's what the saying is.
Oh man.
And so there are times when people with financial, you know, we're using this as a backdrop, but people use, you want to save $1 to get cheaper gas, but you're driving out 12 to get to the cheaper gas station.
Oh, come on.
Does it even really make sense? Like beefing with your spouse because at the moment you want to be right. At that moment you want to be right, but now you're like literally drawing against the future. Like you just took a withdrawal on your 403B or 401k and you're not paying it back. So you're going to take the penalty.
Yeah.
Because right at this moment you figure, I need to win this. I need to win this discussion, argument, fight, whatever y'all do in your household. Penny wise, pound foolish. Not a good look, man. We're investing in our future, man. And to invest is to have a reasonable expectation of return. And that's a positive return. It's a reward of return, like more than you had in the first place.
Come on.
So if we're gonna be wise and if we're gonna be beneficial to society and beneficial to our own households, then we need to be putting in some investment worthy stuff, man. Investment worthy time, investment worthy effort, investment worthy allowing our spouses to have great friends that pour into the relationship. Like Simone has a friend, right? Whom I love, by the way. We all went to university together, but Simone has been close to her more than I had over the many years we were, in university, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we got married, I said, I really thank you for your friendship to Simone because I'm not dumb, bro. As good a friend as I am to her, we got 28 years total of friendship, bro.
Yep.
As good as it is, and it is good. Go ask her, look her up. But I can't be everything to Simone. But her homegirl can do things and be things to her that I cannot.
Come on.
And I love it. Like, that's better for everybody. So, I mean, there are a ton of ways we can go with this, but the bottom line is we need to make good and solid investments into our marriages and our spouses, straight up.
I'm just saying, like, you have investment opportunities and your friends are making investments in these investment opportunities. Let's say stock market, they're getting some sweet dividends, some sweet returns. Yeah. You mad because they getting dividends and returns. Why are you mad?
Because you
cannot get a return on something you never invested in, D. All right. So what I realize is at the end of the day, some of us are just selfish.
And you always keep coming back to that.
It is. Okay. Ain't it really the root of all that foolishness is really selfishness? We just said earlier on.
I figure you're going to say selfishness and immaturity. That's how I feel like Quest is going.
Of course it is. Okay. Of course it is. You in a relationship with somebody for life and it's one-sided? How long you think that relationship going to last? I realize, and he said it the other day somewhere, that like for real, relationships need to be mutual.
Otherwise, it's not a relation.
Okay. So I'm just saying, D, like if you like us, right, D? Yeah. There's not a lot of time. Oh man, God is so good. Okay. So let me show you why I just said what I said. Psalms 90, right? Mm-hmm. Marriage is divine. So I can't talk about marriage without talking about God. And if I'm talking about God, like the word got to come into play, right?
Yeah.
Psalms 90, D, verses 9 through 11. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is old. In some versions or some, they say our life passes away like a sigh. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength, labor, and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away. Who knoweth the power of thine anger, even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath, right? So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Now, I read the to give you some context, a couple of verses before, right, D? So do the knowledge, D. I'm a simple dude, right? So when the word said, teach us to number our days so we can apply our hearts to wisdom, I know people must be saying, Quest, where you going with this? Stay with me just for a moment, right? So I go to the calculator, right, D? And I say, okay, let me do the math on this joint, right? So 70 years. Let's just work with the least that he gives, because he's 3 score. 1 score is 20, right? For those who like, what a score? A score is 20 years, right? He said he'll give us 3 score and 10. Yeah. So that's 60. 3 score, 1 score is 20. So 3 score and 10 is 70 years, right? If he gives us 4 score, that's 80. But if you make it by that time, you old. You know what I'm saying? Some are even making it to 90 and 100. God bless them. You know what I'm saying? But let's take if I at least get 70, 70 D times 365, because he said to number our days, right? 70 times 365 D is 25,550 days. Seemed like a lot of days, 25,000 days, right?
Seemed like it.
So I said, okay, D, let me do the math. Your boy is 44. In a couple of another month, we hit the 4-5, right? I said, yep. So I said, let me do the math. 44 times 365 D is 16,060 days. So I said,
that's more than half done, B.
I'm just saying. So when I go back, I said, all right, so that's a huge chunk. 70 years is 25,550. And so I subtracted 16,060 from 25,550 D, and I come up with 9,490 days. That's not a lot of time.
True.
All right, so let me reconnect it back now. If 9,490 days is all I got left, D, I don't have time to be selfish. I don't have time to be self-centered. I don't have time to not invest in my marriage. I don't have time not to love my wife. I don't have time to argue and to beef and to quarrel and to do all those things that are not conducive to a wholesome, holy marriage, because we know marriage is for us to be set apart. I don't have time for that, right?
Real talk.
Because people are like, well, where does happiness fall into all of that, Quest? What I've realized is that, D, when I do those things, when I spend time investing, when I spend time speaking her love language, when I spend time being whole and trying to be emotionally centered for my marriage, happiness is the byproduct. So that's where it comes in. So if my days are numbered, right? And let's say I'm praying that I live past 70, should daddy delay his coming. But I'm just saying that if 9,490 is all I got left, D, I'm going to be making investments out the wahoo. And here's the funny thing. As you make those investments, D, the return you get.
All right. So a couple things here, bro. All right. So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a thing called investment. There's a thing called gambling. With investment, you have a reasonable expectation of return. With gambling, it's a chance that you might kind of possible get something that you don't deserve after trying so many times that it really doesn't pan out most of the time, but you might get a bust. All right. People are gambling our time away. And it's how I know, right? If you don't get enough sleep at night, you know it comes off the end of your life.
Oh, man.
What causes sleepless nights? Oh, a whole lot of things. But I'm pretty sure relationship problems don't help us rest well. Stress is a precursor, or negative stress is a precursor to all kinds of illnesses.
This is what you're doing? You doing this?
Yeah, even those ones that like, okay, diabetes, some of us know half of how you get diabetes. I won't go into that. Some of us know how you half of get hypertension or high cholesterol. But say you're vegetarian, you can't get high cholesterol from eating because, or at least 90% you can't. And if you're a healthy person, then you can't get it from eating, period. But what if you have too much negative stress and the negative stress has to do with relationship, and then you end up with a jacked up liver and high cholesterol, even though you figure you had a healthy life. But now them 9,009, how much a days, whatever you said, they're getting shorter, Quest, because of negative stress. Shall I continue?
Please do.
Yeah, like I know somebody, and I'll just keep it as simple as that, who divorced at after 23 years of marriage.
After how many years?
After 23 years. The husband got divorced. The husband found out many years before they got divorced that he had diabetes. Got it under control. The marriage wasn't too tight, but they got it under control. They get divorced. The dude lives many years after that, decades after that. But what does he die from? Complications related to that. Oh, and the woman had a problem with her health that the dude I happen to know would have probably insulted her into getting checked out, even if he didn't do it out of love.
Oh, wow.
So in their case, it would have been cheaper to keep each other, if even, so that they could pressure each other into making sense out of how they're living their lives. And then there could have been a bonus where they actually cared and loved for each other. You see what I'm saying? So, dude, those numbers start to shrink the more complicated we get into our gambling and our lifestyle. Because remember, penny pinching don't make no sense.
Wow.
We got to count the cost, Quest. How much it's going to cost me to talk to these people slick in my house?
Yo.
How much is going to cost me?
Yo, so here, and here's the funny thing. You know me and you, D, as we talk about investing, one of the things that we do not in any way, shape, or form condone or are in support of is divorce. I know, even though I've experienced it, I know so much more now than I did. You know what I'm saying? That was a part of the journey. Mm-hmm. But what I've realized is that although we don't condone it, I also know that there are situations where people just reach their breaking point. Right? And a lot of the times, how long, in all honesty, D, how long is somebody supposed to go in a marriage where they're investing, making investments, and pouring into their spouse, and their spouse is not pouring it back into them?
Well, it's not without consequence when that's the case.
I'm just saying, how long can you go? Some can go longer, but how long is long? And how, like, for real, you get, if you're, unless you got the fullness of Almighty God living in you, bro. I know that people reach their breaking point. And when that last strand snaps, you talking about count the cost. From what you remember when me and you were talking about it the other day?
In our meeting the other day. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when you got to go to court, you got to go to the D court. You know what I'm saying? The divorce court. Like, for real, you get you a whack buster lawyer. We was talking about the other day for like $50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man Vinny from, you know what I'm saying? Who studied law, but he ain't passed the bar. You know what I'm saying? Or you get you a decent lawyer who put you on retainer for $2,500 an hour, or not an hour, but just put you on retainer for $2,500, or put you on retainer for at least, or five stacks. Yeah, put you on retainer when while you were in the marriage, you could have sent a couple flowers to her job for $50. You could have told her a couple of times that she looked nice. Ladies, you could have broke him off once a week, twice a week. You could have, it's real. I was reading a book written by an attorney who was at the negotiating table, and he said that he had not made love to his wife in 8 months.
Wow.
8 months. How do you do that?
I guess if there's no love, you can't make it, Quest.
I'm just saying. And then you expect with the needs to sit, like, for real. You don't give him the words of affirmation when he does a good job for you. You don't thank him when he does anything nice for you. And it's both sides of the fence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So how much is it now for you? You got to go pay for an attorney now. What emotionally does it cost you to have to deal with the emotional a baggage of divorce, the emotional weight, the tension that you'll feel, all of those things that come along. You're not counting the costs. And you end up paying more than what you could have paid if you just made little investments in the marriage. You know how many people I've seen make a little investment here in the stock market, a little investment there, and then the returns be stupid?
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I have seen that. I'm
just saying, D.
Yeah.
Make some investments, man. Count the cost, because we just talking about the finances and the money. You got kids. Do you know how much is, like, for real? You know what they got to deal with now to see their parents separate?
Yeah, I was a product of that, and that was before as complicated as things get today. You know what I mean? I was 32 years ago for me. I can't imagine, like, you see people in America. I mean, it doesn't happen like that really too much here with the whole custody thing, the way it works. I'm saying, like, so you got two middle-class people. We're picking the best case scenario. You got two middle-class people, you know, you driving a Benz truck, she driving the X5.
Oh, come on, let's get it.
Right. And you got two kids in the back seat, children, in the back seat in the X5. And, you know, through negotiations and adjudication, it's Tuesday and it's your turn, Quest. And that X5 and the Benz truck converges on a point, I don't know, Walmart parking lot. X5 door opens, kids run out, children run out, switch vehicles, and the two adults who don't kind of like each other that much, even though you had a family, you made children together, are like, all right, you know what time you're supposed to be back, right?
Uh-oh.
I hope you're not crossing state lines, right? County lines. Where you say you were going, I don't approve of that, right? Yo, what happened to that payment? I don't think you paid that. I'll see you in court. All right, baby. See you later.
Let me ask you something. What's that you hitting there? Nerve?
The watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because they on the clock.
Yeah.
To have family time.
Yeah.
But the family's disjointed, dysfunctional, broken up. And now it's like everything's on the clock now. And that's a simple scenario. We didn't even get into the crazy ones. Just click on YouTube. I don't advise it, but if you feel like it, click on YouTube and see some crazy exchanges. I've seen some.
I've seen it. I seen it just this week, D. She want to put her daughter in his car, and he like, yo, don't touch the car. Just give me my daughter. I'll put her in the car.
Don't touch the car?
Yeah, he said, don't open the door and don't put her, like, for real, because he just, for some reason, he just don't trust her.
Like she might drop something besides children in the car and call the cops.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He said he didn't trust her. So he's like, do me a favor. Just let me have my daughter. I don't know why I can't go in the car. Why I can't go in the car? I mean, and it's just back and forth and craziness. But like, for real, you said something a while ago, and you were saying that, you know, you got together and made children.
Yes.
And some of us, see, you had it in the right order. You got together and then you had children. Mm-hmm. There's some of us who are having children and then getting together. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that might be another topic for another day.
Okay.
But you doing stuff backwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think we need to do a program that's titled Stuff Backwards. And listen, real. People make mistakes. Real. We get it. But I'm just saying, like, just because I make a mistake doesn't mean I should keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people say to me, like, sometimes, yeah, that's easy for you to say. Nothing's easy for me to say. Like, if I say you stupid, now I'm changing the subject. Yeah. You stupid. You don't see that truck coming. You standing up in the middle of the street, because people do that a lot. You standing up in front or lean in. I'm going by at 50 miles an hour and you leaning into my vehicle, hoping I don't hit the brakes.
Oh, come on.
And you end up running into me. I run into you, but you lose. People leaning in on foot. And I'm thinking, you're an idiot. Somebody could say, oh, that's judgmental. They could say, oh, that's easy for you to say. But the bottom line is, if this dummy don't time it right, I'm going to run him right over because he's doing something stupid. He's leaning into a 4,000-pound vehicle coming his way with no brakes on. And this is what we do in our relationships. You could say it's easy for me to say. You can say that I'm being judgmental. You could say people make mistakes.
Come on.
But the bottom line is when you get run over, none of that stuff matters. It doesn't matter. Like if a hypocrite says, don't stand in front of a truck because you're going to get run over, does it change the fact? That's all I'm saying. You can talk to the hypocrite about being a hypocrite, but you can't help but get run over. I said run over, Quest.
Basically, what you're saying is that operate in the truth. There's the hypocrite's truth, there's her truth, there's his truth. But does it line up with the truth? And I don't care who's saying it. Is what he's saying true? And if it's true, then it's true. What you gonna do?
Yeah, don't be. You can be mad and all of that, but if there's truth in it, take it, man.
Here's the thing, D. As we talk about it, because we talk about investing, right? And investing in your marriage. Your wife come to you and she say that, like, for real, you don't spend any quality time with me, right? You get defensive, right? But there's some things that she's doing that's wrong as well.
Here we go.
Number one, you in the back and forth already. That's number one, but we'll push that to the side.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to the place in my relationship and my marriage now where my whole mindset is, even if I'm 30% wrong and she's 70% wrong, I got to deal with my 30% first. And that'll keep you busy for a mighty long time before I go and deal with her 70%. Right. Yeah. So is it true that I'm not spending a lot of quality time with her?
Yes. Yes or no?
If I that's question. It. Yep. And if your answer is yes, then doggone it, she's talking the truth. What she's saying is true. So don't get defensive. Don't get angry. Make the adjustments and start spending some quality time with her. Invest in your joint.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah. So Quest, I think we're letting our gray beards show in this celebration of 100 episodes.
Oh, come on.
We're a little bit less tentative these days.
Yeah, come on.
We were confident at the time, but we were still getting a couple things figured out. Like, are people gonna listen to this? And now we're just a little ignorant with it. But the truth is the truth, man. And again, nobody in here trying to set ourselves on a pedestal or pedestal.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, whenever you find that somebody's telling the truth about the situation, just take what you can from it.
I'm just saying.
You don't have to like them. You don't have to like it. Just take out like in nature, man. Nature gives us so many lessons. In some countries, it's sewage water that grows crops. But the plants have a uncanny way of drawing what they need from it and leave the sewage part. So we need to learn how to take what we can as we're growing in these situations, period.
D, here's my thing.
Yeah.
If your wife or your husband is pointing out a flaw to you and you get defensive, you are now an enemy of the relationship. For this reason, shall a man leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh.
Yeah.
You can't get to the areas of phenomenal if you're not working as one flesh. Do me a favor, y'all. When you have these conversations with your spouse this week, or matter of fact, have a conversation with your spouse this week. Have I been investing in you the way that you think I should? And if I haven't, let's talk about how I can better do that.
Yeah.
Word up, man.
Real talk.
Stay focused, yo.
Yeah, man. So thanks for joining us, celebrating 100 episodes. We just want to get closer, nearer.
100.
Yeah. So holla at y'all next time, man.
Stay focused, y'all.
Yeah. Word up.
Word. Oh, I'm talking about the whole gang is here.
Yeah, I see him, man.
Oh, man. Dwight Hines is in he said, digging that hat question. Yep, that's it. Y'all already know 120 design, 120 in the building. Frenchie, the usual suspects. Rashida Henry is here. Shouts out to Brian Fort. He's at 4 years of marriage today. Happy anniversary, sir.
Beautiful.
Happy anniversary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. I love it. And congrats to you, Rashida Henry. She said rated R Los Angeles. I'm waiting for it. And we will definitely do some work to bring it there. My boy Ray has been asking me to bring it out there as well. Ayana, what's up, girly? What's up? Once again, usual suspects, man.
Yeah.
Who else is there, D?
Sagasta, man. Sagasta's in the building, man. Coach Frank.
Sagasta. Yep.
Yeah. And of course, we talked about Foundation. Nikki, she got her own name. Bruce Waller, you got that primal man up in there.
Oh, come on. Yep, primal man up in there. Oh, Rochelle T. Parks, your health motivator. If you are not following Rochelle T. Parks for health and exercise tips, you need to. She is a beast.
Yeah, true indeed. I watch her work, man. I watch her work around the other soldiers too. That was funny, watching them come in and out the room. Good stuff while she's doing the lives. That's good.
And she's retiring actually next Friday, D. So congrats to her.
Good stuff, man. And of course, listen, the pews are back in there, man. Jacqueline,
come on.
Jackie, I haven't seen her in a while.
Hashtag love me some pews. You know what I'm saying? The author of Patched Wangs, you know what I'm saying? My girl from down there in that Florida, Amanda Nelson, joined us today, man. Shouts out to Amanda.
Okay. I didn't even see that pop up.
Oh, yeah, man.
Good stuff, man.
Carla Shelton.
Who?
Carla Shelton. She was there.
Nice.
Shouts out to her. BU fam. Yep.
Yeah. Stand up. Isaiah, what up?
Yep.
Yeah. Alejandro. Yes, those are all his names. I did not say his name like twice, 2 different ways. That's his name. Yeah, that's my man.
Yes, indeed. Oh man, we had
that's all I can see on mine, bro. I switched off again, so I missed something.
Shouts out to the twins in Florida, Darian Tanner. Yep. Okay. The Tanner sisters. Yep, they down there in that Florida, man. Shouts out to them.
Got them.
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
Don, what up? And why stand up? Don just got in here, but it's all right. You can hit the replay, homie.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You can definitely hit the replay, and it's out to YouTube. Yep. If you've been listening to the podcast on Facebook, guys, please, we're trying to get these reviews up. Do me a favor, please go by. If you have iPhone, go by the podcast app, leave us a review. If you have Google Play, leave us a review. We're trying to get them reviews up. Please do that. And then on top of that, we'll use you as a listener of the week. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Word up. So yeah, holla at y'all, man. Lord bless us. We just happy to have. Now we got 101 in our rear view. Today wasn't the 100th episode. We got that 100th in before. And so Lord bless us. And yeah, true indeed, Isaiah. We know you posted a review. We did it a little earlier, but we just kept it like it was marked in the podcast, but you would have reviewed the review of the week. So thank you for that. And
oh, Isaiah wasn't on at that time. Yeah, you would have listened to the week, Isaiah. Yep.
Yeah. So catch the beginning part, homie.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Thank y'all for 100. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Yep. So we just need $100,000 so we can do some more work. I ain't scared. I said it.
I ain't scared.
All right.
What happened to peace?
Peace.